I forgot to hit the go live button, and then I was talking away, and Enzo's going, ooh, idiot. I'm an idiot. But hello, everybody. Hey, and Tanya, I saw your comment before. I'm aware Joe has got a premiere, and I don't know who else has, though. You can tell me. But here's Enzo. Ta-da!
Hello.
There he is.
I feel like I've done this before. I'm having deja vu all over again.
Well, at least Enzo knew. I was the only dummy who didn't know that we were already. We weren't live.
I'm monitoring the other channels. I'm making sure everything's going. It's like, wait, nothing's happening over there. So
let me see who's in here. Oh, Catherine. I spoke with you this morning. I don't know what Catherine actually does with her time of the day because she was on this morning talking to Crow, and now she's on with me. But that's fine. That's all good, isn't it, Catherine? Catherine's great value. Betty, hello. Hi, good to see you. And Tanya, of course, my fairy princess. And who else? Oh, well, it looks like that's... Oh, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. I'm looking over now at the YouTube chat because sometimes I can't work it out. Northside Hawk, hello. But there we go. So that's who he is first. I don't... Because Joe has got a premiere on, we sort of clashed with the times. I think he's got one on for the Harrisville... well, I'm not sure what it is, Tanya. It's a haunting thing. Anyway, he went somewhere that was haunted. I'm pretty sure it's a hospital. Hi, Kibba. Oh, gosh. So, yeah, I don't think I've missed anyone just yet. But, yeah, Enzo, I'm sort of expecting people to totter in after they watch Joe's live. But, Tanya, who else has got a premiere this morning, mate? I saw that you said 3, so I know Joe has. I haven't got a premiere. I had one yesterday. This is just me and Enzo hanging out. but there you go. I'll see what Tanya tells me. So, Enzo, have you got plans for what do you do on Halloween? It's only not quite 2 weeks.
Yeah,
no, it's less. It's less. It's about 10 days, isn't it?
11 days for me.
Yeah. Oh, exploring Harley. Okay, thanks, Tanya. Yeah, so have you got go? Yeah.
For where I live, this is, I don't know if this is common everywhere, but in most places in the U.S., kids don't go out like, door to door like they used to when I was a kid. Nowadays, it's more, they'll have what they call trunk or treat, where they'll have like a church or a little community center or something like that, where everybody comes in there with their cars and they just open up the trunks or the back of the truck or whatever, and they pass out candy to the kids, and basically they just do a giant circle around the parking lot, hitting all the cars, and then they get back into the truck and go back home. It's sad
that it's gotten to that we have to be, that there's enough idiots out there that the kid. But I suppose in hindsight, the children are safe. They can still dress up, and probably the people that have got their car boots open will or car trunk. We call them boots here. Yeah, so it's a bit sad. Yeah, Halloween here isn't obviously anywhere near as big as what it is in America, but we do have, like, I'll decorate my front step. Or then again, maybe I won't this year. I might just put my, where is he? I might just put my clown and my witch out and let that be for the moment, only because it's only a couple of days after that I'm leaving to come over to America. So I don't want to forget and run out of time to put my Halloween decorations away. I'll decorate for Christmas though. But yeah, so the kids walk around here just up and down the street, and they dress up. Some don't. You get the odd teenager who just wants a sweet and they come knocking on the door. But I still like it. I think it's good for the kids. It's imagination and a bit of fun, something they can do. But it is sad that it's gotten to the point where they're not really safe knocking on doors, or what it is that they might get. Oh, hey, Danielle, Bay Area Ghost is here. Mrs. Bubble Wrap, hello. So yeah, that's a bit sad. So I won't be doing it. But I will be doing something for Thanksgiving. I'm just not sure what, because I'll be in America. Yeah, I'm getting pretty excited. Today's Saturday, so 2 weeks exactly from today, I will be in the air. I'm a bit spewy, though, as us Aussies would say. I looked at my flight because I forgot what time I was leaving. The flight leaves at 6 a.m. You're supposed to get there 3 hours before the flight takes off, which is always overkill. I just get there 2 hours. I do like to get there on time just in case, but not 3 hours. So that means, let's see, and I've got a suitcase this time. It's empty. It's because I thought, look, I've just got I travel really, really light. I wear whatever I've got on the plane. So usually a pair of jeans, and under the jeans, I'll have a pair of leggings. And then I'll have a T-shirt and I'll take a jacket. But in my little bag, I just have maybe a couple of little dresses and that's it. Because once I get to Virginia City, there's a dress shop I always go to that I love. So I buy a couple of dresses there and anything else. But I travel. I don't want to be carrying, but I ran into the trouble when I was there last time that I needed a suitcase and I had to go and buy one. And I did that the time before as well. So I've now got like 4 big suitcases because
wow.
Like the last time I was there, I had to buy 2 because I had, where is she? Oh, Raggedy Ann's over there, but I had the Raggedy Ann doll.
A lot of shopping.
Oh, I do. But it's all at the, what do you call them? Like thrift shops, antique shops, things like I go into those. But yeah, so I generally come back with a suitcase full of stuff, souvenirs, things like that. So I travel light, but by the time I get home, so yeah, so I still have to put that in. But I'm having fun. Yeah, 4 a.m. Tanya just said 4 a.m. at the airport. Yeah, so it's a 40. That time of the morning, it's probably about 45 minutes from my house to the airport. So I might just go to bed really early, wake up at midnight, have a shower, do my hair, put on some clothes, grab my bag and call an Uber and head off and have some breakfast at the airport or something. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
So will you still be doing this show on, Friday nights in the U.S.?
I thought there's no reason I can't. It just depends on the internet. Because I've got internet in Virginia City is, really horrible. So I certainly will give it a shot. It just depends. I know the weekend I arrive, so I get there. I obviously won't be doing one on my Saturday the 4th, which is your Friday the 3rd, because I'll be on an aeroplane. But what I might do is make something else for someone to look at. I should just give you my StreamYard login details, and you can go in and just do it yourself. I'll get Heather to come on and help you. But yeah, so I can't that weekend. And then the weekend that I'm there in Virginia City, the first weekend, so I arrive one weekend, but the following weekend there's a big Paracon something or other going on. So that's the Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. But I intend to try to come on one of those nights because I'm really not. Some of it is going to different places that I've already been with groups of people just to have a look and investigate. I don't need to do that. I'm more, to be honest, I'm really just going to have a bit of a gander and whatever. So I may well just sit in one of the cafes or something that might be open. I won't go to the Red Dog because they'll be playing music that'll be way too loud for everybody. But I'll just sit there and see if I can come on. So I intend to try. So I can, even if it's only for an hour, guys, just to say hey and let you know what I've been up to while I'm there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. So that's what I'll try. Hey, Aussie Walks. I don't think I've missed anyone. I don't think so. If I've missed you, just shout out because I've been talking. You know me. I talk and forget to look at the chat. I'm getting better, though. I'm getting a little bit better. But once I get on a little rant. Catherine heard me rant this morning, didn't you, Catherine? We were in a Zoom with Crow. Crow has got a Patreon. So what he does for the Patreon members is sets up a Zoom. So anyone who's a Patreon gets a link and can come in and say hello. Oh. So that's what we did this morning. And Catherine was there and a few others. And Catherine says she loves Karen rants. And I did go on a bit of a rant because I realised, I'm not live on the YouTube. I don't have to watch what I say or who I talk about. I didn't have to worry about anything. Tanya, still ages till I'm monetised. I've got, but I reckon, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a side-eye guy, and I'm not a beardo, and I'm just me, just Karen. And but I've got 400, I don't know how many I've got. About 440 subscribers. I am over the 2,000 mark with my watch hours, but I've got to double that. So I need, so I'm probably another year away, I reckon, maybe, unless some miracle happens and all of a sudden people decide, oh, her videos are good. We'll see what happens. Or Enzo's bringing in people. You see, Enzo's bringing in people. People love Enzo.
It's the shirt. It brings all the folks around. It's actually a good friend of mine, Anthony, over at Unidentified S4. I don't know if you're familiar with him or not. He does a show on Sundays and Wednesdays, and on his Wednesday show, I was in the audience there in the chat, and he's like, "Oh, Enzo, I watched you and that doof lady person. That was a great show. That was really good." So he watched last week's show.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Well, eventually, that's what I mean, guys. It's hard work, and that episode I put out, I don't think Enzo's seen it. I don't know. Did you watch the one I did on Pearl?
I did not. I didn't get a chance to see it.
No, that's okay. But I worked. That one took me ages. It's for 20 minutes or something that it's up on the screen. Like with the Pearl Bryan one, the murder that took place in 1896. Oh, the reading, tons of reading, because I found a book that was written in that time period. I found the court transcripts, so it was word for word the conversation that they were having. I found the police interview transcript. And I'm reading through all this stuff and I'm like, oh, my God, like this is like it's not as straightforward. Like when you watch any show that they go to Bobby Mackey's and go, Pearl Bryan, she was murdered and her head was taken. It's very basic and you kind of think, oh, gosh, and then you think it was involved with Bobby Mackey's and you think all this, but it wasn't. But when you read about her, I thought this is a fascinating case, even how they ended up finding her, which back in the day I wouldn't have thought they'd think to. But so by the time I put, like finding out who she was because the head was missing. But by the time I put that all together and did the voiceovers and the animations and all that took me nearly 2 weeks to make. Like 2 weeks of being, yes, I like that. No, I don't like that. Not happy with how my voiceover. And then in the end, I just hit record and I just talked. Because if I go by a script, it doesn't feel like it's me talking, like it's me, but I'm like reading. And I thought, no, I know it all now. I'll just talk. And if I forget something, people can ask me. But there you go. Bottled water. That's the name. Bottled water. Actually,
that's look at there. Haven't seen bottled water in a while. What's up, buddy?
Hello, bottled water. Please like and subscribe. Oh, gosh. Bottled water. That's made me realise I'm thirsty and I've got no water. Doesn't matter. Thanks for that. Oh, yes, the bar behind Enzo. Yeah.
Yeah, got the bar. Actually, I just noticed some nerd with a Hawaiian shirt on. What a dope.
I love you, Enzo. You make me laugh. I reckon they could make a show around you. Well, I tried Enzo's, what did I call it? Enzo's Astronomical Adventures.
That was very funny.
I've kept the intro to that. I've kept the intro. So I'm going to try and think of something else to do with that. Because I like that. And you're interesting. You've got tons of interesting stuff. People were actually talking about you today. I think it was Catherine actually gave you some compliments, said how intelligent you were and that you know lots of stuff. And Catherine's interested in aliens and things as well. I think we all are. But I'm a bit over it at the moment because nothing's happening. Where are they when we need them? I'm just getting really... right now...
Those folks that go into the if World War III starts, the aliens will just come and stop it. It's like, well, they're running a little behind schedule. I think they got some other commitments.
I think so. There's been a few catastrophes they could have put a stop to. They could, but yeah, we'll see. Be interesting to see. But there you go. Enzo is funny, Tanya. Enzo is funny.
Funny.
In a good
funny
way.
looking.
Enzo doesn't have a channel. This is Enzo's channel.
That's it.
Enzo,
I just mooch off of my friends.
Yeah, do your emergency sign again. This is Enzo's emergency.
My emergent when I'm an emergency guest. Sometimes I'll be watching and somebody's guest doesn't show up. It's like, throw me a link, put me in, coach.
So if you want to see Enzo, I know for sure he's here once a week with me, especially if he can. He's here with me and we do a catch up and have a chat. He also goes onto Sunny's channel, which is
Paranormal Chop Shop, which is they're doing an early show tonight because he was already pinging me earlier. He's like, dude, if I send you a link, can you come on in like 30 minutes? It's like, I'm already committed. I'm going to be on Booth Paranormal.
Sunny, you should have gone a bit later, mate. You should have gone a bit later.
Did. His show starts in 51 minutes. And,
that's all right.
They'll be on all night. Whenever we get done here, I'll just go run straight over there.
Yeah. And Sunny can talk like I can, so I don't think he'll have any trouble keeping people entertained until you get there. I did see his live. I caught his live. Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't think it was while you were away, I think. Maybe you did one while you were away because I don't remember you being in it, but I went on. You weren't. There was him and a girl whom I can't remember her name, and another fellow whose name he's always in there, but I've forgotten his name too. But I was watching and blah 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 blah, and I thought, yeah, Sonny's like me. Yup. So he's very entertaining.
The challenge is to actually get your words in edgewise. It's like I said at least 5 things during the show.
Yeah, Enzo is very brainy. He is. Yeah. Catherine, what's Catherine saying? Loved last time when Enzo was talking about black holes and space. Yeah, he knows lots of stuff.
Yep. Last time I was on, I think we talked quite a bit about the eclipse that ran through, and for where I live in central Kansas, it was heavy overcast all day, and I didn't see squat.
I know. Who's coming? Oh, I'm going to try that again. Cobalt Dragon. Hello. If I missed anyone, shout out, because you know me, I do try, but I'm just being silly and talking too much. But I think someone asked me the other day, oh, what, you just talk about the paranormal on your channel? I went, oh God, no. Sometimes I said it's more a catch up to check up on everybody who's in the chat, because I guess because this is such an intimate little group of people that always come on and support me. Most of the time I know what's wrong with certain people. Like I know who's unwell, I know who might be struggling, and that's why, although I go off on my rants and sometimes I get cranky about things and I get angry about things and talk about things I shouldn't, I do try to keep this just fun and lighthearted and talk about stuff that's interesting, like, with Enzo with the eclipse and stuff. Like, we didn't get that here, but I know you guys got it over there. So, Enzo cereal is my boy toy, says Bottled Water.
Yeah, Bottled Water, that's Tony, who was on a different YouTube channel here. That one time I was abducted by aliens. That's the name of the channel.
Oh, is that your channel, Bottled Water?
He was on there for a while, and then honestly, they haven't done a show in so long. I don't even know if the band is even together still. But
there you go. Yeah, I like. Yeah, I've just got it. There you go. I will fly back there just for you, Enzo.
Yep. Tony had to move. He was a couple hours north of me here in Kansas, and we did do a meetup at one point, since we're only a couple hours away, at actually a local Kansas, a very small town just north of me, south of where he was.
Yeah.
Where I may have talked about it before, but it's this tiny little town of Geneseo, Kansas, where the town museum, because there's only I don't even think it's 2,000 people in this town. It's probably half that, but The town doctor back in the 50s and 60s donated his house to be like the town museum,
Yeah.
but he was also an avid UFO investigator, where he was going out and like making road trips to go out and talk to people that had seen you. Because back in the 50s and 60s, there was a lot of crazy UFO activity across all of the US, well, all of the world, really.
Well, that's when people got abducted and everything, wasn't it? That couple.
Yep. And he has this one room in his house, which is now the town museum, that is loaded with the craziest stuff, just like almost schematic like diagrams of ships that people were said seen and supposedly been in, and field report, just book. The guy that runs the place actually was at the Paracon I was at a few weeks ago. And I touched base with him and chatted with him quite a bit. And it's important to remember, basically, he was like a UFO investigator today, but he was just one guy in like the 50s and 60s. So a lot of the people that he had to go talk to, he had to go travel hours away by vehicle because they didn't even have a phone at their house. It was that kind of stuff. So no internet, barely phones. He would like see an article in a newspaper that would be days old by the time he'd see it. And then he's like trying to track those people down by mail, sending a letter out, waiting for them to respond, getting the letter back. Very time consuming, but they have
like
many boxes full of stuff. Yeah. It was pretty interesting. It was, a modern day ufologist, kind of a person that's, investing, like somebody from MUFON, without the internet, without phones, without any of that stuff, still trying to do their job. That's kind of how I viewed it.
Yeah, and I think that most of the people in this chat are of an age that we remember the phone before mobile phones and all that sort of thing. But even like when I was a kid, we had telephones, but I know my grandparents didn't. The neighbour might have one, and if you needed to do something important, you could go over and ask the neighbour, politely, may I use your telephone? But most of the time, it was here's a note. Jump on your bicycle and run over to Mrs. So-and-so's house and give her this note. So that really wasn't all that long ago. That's why I question technology today. How has technology moved so fast in such a small amount of time that we've gone from putting a note in an envelope and getting someone on horseback to run to the next property to give that to mobile phones and this? Like you're a world away. And
this is way better than anything Spock or Kirk used in Star Trek. And that was a made-up TV show where they could do whatever they want. This is way better.
Yeah. Cobalt. Why am I having trouble saying that this morning? Cobalt Dragon. Cobalt Dragon. Remember was watching Project Blue Book. Was that a TV show, was it?
It was in the States. It was on NBC in the 70s, I think, where they had specific stories from the actual Blue Book, investigation that they highlighted. And of course, at the end of every episode, it's like, this is explained because of, ducks that had oil on their bodies from being in this lake, and it reflected the city lights. And this was a atmosphere. It was never, we don't know what it is. It must be aliens. Yeah. It was never that. It was always easily explainable by science afterwards. So it's still interesting though.
No worries. Cobalt. Dear. You can call me Elaine. Oh, Elaine Seinfeld. I can remember that. I'll forget in 10 minutes.
Do the dance.
Yeah, the dance. I actually was watching that the other day and there was different music to it. It didn't look too bad. They put it to like techno music, whoever had done it, and I thought, that's a bit better. Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl, really? Thunderstorms? The sun is out here and it's quite warm outside, but that doesn't mean a thing. Come this afternoon, it'll probably pour down with the rain. What is swamp gas, Enzo?
What it is, it's the natural decay of vegetation that's under the water. And as it decays, it does turn into a gas, usually methane. And there is a rare instance where it'll slowly seep up and not exactly ignite, but it will kind of have a glow to it because it's sort of because it is a combustible gas, methane.
Oh, so you wouldn't want to throw a match?
No, you certainly wouldn't.
Crocodiles stew.
But where in ufology the swamp gas thing was, there was a big sighting in Michigan, as I recall, where a lot of people saw these crazy lights dancing over the town, and a lot of reports from all a giant area, and that was near the end of the Blue Book days where they rolled it down, and J. Allen Hynek, the scientist guy that was on there, it's like, it was swamp gas, and everybody was like, no.
Bottled Water says that he still has the photos, all the pictures from that place.
Yep. They're in Geneseo, and I actually met the guy that runs the museum is the stereotypical cowboy of what you think. He's got the big giant hat, he's got the big boots, the whole spiel, and he was at the border town Paracon that I was at a couple of weeks ago, and we chatted about that. Because they do have the newest thing when we went 2 years ago is right in front of the place. There's this cement curb there along the street, and they were doing some pressure washing, cleaning up the town a little bit. And they found right in front of it something, basically when the cement was wet, which they're not exactly sure when the cement was put in, but it was around that 60s time frame. The doctor was still there and still doing these investigations. There was what looks like a compass rose, which is, the 8-pointed compass.
Yeah.
They call it a compass rose is what it's called. And to the southwestern part, there was what kind of looked like a little bit like a flying saucer. It was kind of a triangle-ish kind of shape, but it kind of looks like it. If you take those exact GPS coordinates, and Tony took a picture of it because I have GPS on my phone. And we laid it next to it and took a picture of it, and I measured it when we got home. If you draw a direct line southwest from exactly where that was, there at that little town, the only town it intersects with, it skirts near some, but the only one it intersects with, Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, dun 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 dun. Hey, Grumpy Bear and Princess Scary. Hello, I see you there. Wow, that's fascinating. See, that's what I mean. It's like everything, even with the ghost hunting or whatever the hell, and the investigating, and all that sort of thing. You get to a point where you start to think, oh, Jesus, it's all rubbish. And then something happens, like happened with me with catching the ghost that was singing, and you think, oh, well, geez. And then you think, oh, well, maybe it is real then. Good. And you get your oomph back. But then with the aliens, it's the same thing. You start to think, oh, I know they're all saying this, and I truly believe it's true. But then it just takes one idiot to make up a story or to whatever, or for something to not quite make sense, and you think, oh God, maybe it's not real. And then you go from, yes it is, no it's not, yes it is, and then I hear a story like that and I go, yes, it's real. So I don't know, we're never going to know unless the aliens come and take me up on my offer and collect me. I mean, come on.
Well, as far as like the UFO lore that we've got lately, it was announced yesterday, or maybe it was Wednesday. If you recall, when Mr. Grush went in front of the congressional panel, and everybody on the panel was like, we need to get this guy in a skiff. We want to have this conversation. Like, no, you can't, because he doesn't have the proper clearances and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. They got the clearances, and they're actually taking, it's going to be a closed door session kind of a meeting. So we're not going to be able to see or hear whatever they're going to talk about.
But he's going to be able to talk to them about it.
Yes. So that's going to happen.
Hey, Foxfire, no, yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. Our conversations are always interesting, aren't they, Enzo? You might have missed something, but nothing that's going to rock your world or
what did I miss?
Leave you in the dark. Except for the swamp gas. I didn't know about the swamp gas. But swamp gas. Now I know what swamp gas is. And Grumpy Bear. Hello, Grumpy Bear. But What's that? Just to let people know, grumpy is a girl. Oh, okie dokie. Well, grumpy, synonymous with women, really, isn't it? See, I can say that. Enzo couldn't. Enzo get in trouble. He'd be sexist. But men can be grumpy too, so.
Yes.
Yeah. We can all be grumpy.
We're usually grumpy because of the grumpy women, though.
Yeah, and I'm usually grumpy because of the grumpy women. No, I'm just grumpy. You should change your picture, Grumpy Bear. Oh, well, I suppose it's a pink bear, isn't it? I guess. Yeah, no. Well, we should know that you're a girl. Oh my goodness. Men are grumpy. Everyone's grumpy. We can all be
Everybody's
grumpy.
It's not like we're.
Kevin's not making any comment at all. There you go.
That's the best bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that's why? Here we go. Do you think when you have a conversation with a man that you're in a relationship, or sometimes in general, you'll go blah 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 blah, and they'll nod politely and go, and then you'll ask them to repeat something back or say, "So what do you think?" Yeah. And then they've got to come up with a quick answer. What do I think? Oh. About what exactly? And then you realize they've not been listening to you. I sometimes wonder if men have been conditioned over thousands of years to not listen because they might be frightened they'll say the wrong thing and get yelled at by a woman. It's kind of like, just nod. What's that penguin in Madagascar? Just wave and smile or whatever he says. Sometimes it is, but yeah, I don't know. I do like the differences between the sexes. It's funny. What does Kevin say? I'm just a grumpy old man. I used to be a grumpy young man. Yeah, I suppose.
How it works. I found that as I get older, I don't really get grumpy. It's just actually my amount of patience grows, oddly enough, where it's like, okay. Even like driving around town, it's like, all right. I get it. Yeah, obviously they're in a bigger hurry than me. That's fine.
Yeah, I know. I've even settled down with that, unless they're an idiot and they've almost caused an accident. Tanya's just asked me how I'm going with my diet. Tanya, let me tell you. I had been going well with it, and I'm still being careful. But last week I was not careful. Last week I've noted that there was a lot of people. Oh, well, this week just gone. Actually, when I say last week, from Monday this week on, I noticed a lot of people were saying that they were having a bit of a bad week, like, just sort of feeling a bit flat, whatever. It must have been something in the air, because so was I. And when I started to feel a bit flat and disheartened, I went to the bakery and I purchased an apple pie, which I could have made myself, but it was sitting there, and a cheesecake. Like one of them nice cold cheesecakes, the creamy sort.
Yeah.
And it had like a lemon curd sort of topping, sort of like lemon meringue pie. So it was a cheesecake with the lemon meringue part of the pie on top.
Did you sandwich the two pies together and just eat it like a big sandwich?
Well, I didn't eat it straight away, but it took me 2 days and I'd finished the cheesecake, which was, when I say cheesecake, we're talking cheesecake.
Wow.
And I had one big piece of the apple pie. And that started to roll into, you know what? I'm going to have some mashed potato with sausages. Yeah. And I went, oh, no. So I've pulled the reins back and I'm behaving myself again. But yes, I went off the rails, Tanya. I went off the rails and I got off at the bakery.
Oh, you did. So, that train stopped right in front of that bakery. Wow, that's for me. Like, I'm not a big sweets guy. It's like, pie every once in a while, I guess. But I'm mostly just my big thing is I'm just lazy. I just sit on ass too long.
I generally don't go for the sweet things anymore. I love savoury things, so I can sit there with cheese and crackers and olives and salamis, and I can eat those till the cows come home. But last week, for whatever reason, I needed cheesecake. But there you go. Hey, Holly. Hey, Cassie. Cassie from Weeping Willow was in the chat, peoples. She was live yesterday, wasn't it, Cassie? I think Cassie went live with Rawn, and Crow popped in as well. Cassie's got her episode on Waverly Hills coming out next week. What day is it going to be? Thursday, Cassie, that your episode comes out next week, I think. But yeah, so yeah. Well, Foxfire, I had changed the way I eat so much. It wasn't a diet. It was like, I've got to change the way I eat. I've got to cut out all those bad things and just eat this way. And I was doing great guns, but yeah, for whatever reason, last week or this week just gone, feeling a bit flat, feeling a bit bleh. And what did I do? Sugar hit. And I felt sick after, Enzo. Not because I ate the whole cheesecake. I think because my body went, what the hell?
What is all this sugar?
Yeah, like I was fine at the time, and then about an hour later, and then I was like, oh, and I felt sick, and I thought, yeah, but not sick from too much cheesecake, just like my body wasn't liking it. So there you go.
Yeah,
gotta behave.
That's how I am with sweets all the time. I'm not a big sweets guy, but my big thing is I'm a snacker. I go down the potato chip aisle at the grocery store and I see some new wacky flavor or something like that. It's like, oh man, I gotta try it. That's gonna be great. And I've got like 5 bags of chips in my little hand carried basket to shamefully check out with, and then just shovel it into my face when I get home.
There is one I do like. I'm assuming America has done the same thing, but you know how you can get the soft serve ice cream in a cone at McDonald's?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Always, if I go through the McDonald's drive-through for my kids, I can't stand their food, but I love their soft serve ice cream, so I'll get an ice cream. But they brought out chocolate soft serve ice cream. Oh, I hope they never get rid of it. It's delicious. So every time the kids say, we want McDonald's, and I go through the drive-through, I ask for the cone. And sometimes I'm really lucky, and whoever makes the cone up for me fills it up and does a decent blob at the top. But usually it's like some pathetic little offering, and you think, oh, my God. So, yeah. But I do like ice cream. Ice cream I love. I do like it, especially nice and soft. Yeah, Jennifer, I am a person who likes savoury type things too. But every now and then, a bit of ice cream's nice with fruit, fresh fruit.
I'll eat, like, it's awful and it's expensive and it's the calories are off the chart, but like Ben and Jerry's different ice creams, I don't know if they carry that down there where you're at, but it's crazy combinations of stuff where it's like they have one that's called Cherry Garcia. It's vanilla ice cream with big chunks of chocolate in it, like big squares, and Bing cherries mixed in with it. And
only in America.
But I
think that sounds good. Abandoned and Forgotten Whales. Hello. I've been watching some of your stuff. I don't know how. Tuba Chat. What's your actual name? Pop your name in so I can call you, because that's a mouthful. Abandoned and Forgotten Wales has his own channel, and I went on there and had a bit of a gander. Oh, he goes to some interesting places there because he's Welsh and he lives in Wales. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. So if you want to see some interesting places, go check him out. He's got a good channel there. I'm still watching stuff, but just sort of stuff that I might get to see some of it because I am planning to go to England next September. I paid the deposit, Enzo. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. Yeah, thank you, Tanya. Tanya is a quick, Catherine and Tanya dueling moderators. I made Catherine a moderator the other day, and yeah. But yeah, so, and I said hello to you, didn't I, Holly? I hope so. But yeah, go have a look at his channel if you like to see all those sorts of creepy little things. Oh, well, it's not creepy. It's just historical places that he goes to. So there you go. Our Georgia suburban homestead. Hello. That's a big mouthful, Georgia. Georgia's in the south, isn't it? And that's, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know where I went when I was in America because we drove. Jason did the driving. So I know that I was thrilled to see a sign that said hazard because then, of course, I thought of Richard Marx and the song Hazard. So I took a photo of the sign. And what else was there? I went, Kentucky, Louisville.
Hazard
Louisville.
is in Kentucky, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I went through all them places and I just love the Southern people. I just think, I mean, yeah, just so friendly, very, very Australian, really, in their the way they are, as in the friendliness. But then people are friendly everywhere. I didn't go to one spot, not even even Los Angeles when I went there with my friend Scott, and he took me to a couple of places. I think it depends. Obviously, there's certain people you may not try to strike up a conversation with because they've got that sort of closed off demeanor about them. But on the whole, you say hello, and they're like, oh. And they, I loved America. I love America.
Usually to see that type of thing, that's when you start getting up into the northeastern part of the U.S. Your New York City, your Boston, Baltimore kind of area. That's where you start to see that everybody's too busy to listen to whatever your shit is. It's like, yeah, whatever. And they just keep going. When you try, it's like, excuse me, have you, oh, thanks. You're gone. That's my experience. Cause I remember, I've lived in upstate New York many times throughout my life. And when I would travel outside of it to go into different parts of the country, and, the person at the toll booth gives you back the change. You're like, here you go. Have a nice day. It's like, have a nice day. What does that mean? Oh, just being human. I forgot what that was like.
Yeah, I know. I say that when I get out the checkout at the supermarket or whatever. I say to the girl, thanks for that. You have a good day. Hope your shift goes well. Blah, blah, blah. Because you'll talk to them at the checkout and they might say, I'll always say, what time do you finish today? Oh, don't finish until 6, or whatever. And I'll go, oh, look, that's not too long. Think of the money, So I have a conversation with the chick at the checkout. Our Georgia suburban homestead says that they're not Southern. They're originally from Boston. Dem Bears. That's all I know about Boston. Dem Bears. I used to watch Saturday Night Live, and I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was not John Candy, the other lad that passed away, the big boy with Adam Sandler. They do a thing where they were in a bar in Boston and they go, "Them Bears." And I thought, right, so I guess it's the Boston Bears.
It's actually the Chicago Bears.
Well, then they must have been. So who's the Boston team?
Boston Red Sox is usually the big one.
Yeah, and isn't there a White Sox?
Or is there is. That's actually also in Chicago.
Because the White Sox I know from Shoeless Joe Jackson. Because Shoeless Joe Jackson, when he played for the White Sox, did shoes or socks, apparently.
Yep.
Remember that? You don't know who Shoeless Joe Jackson? We're talking the 30s.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I wasn't there.
I don't remember him, but I just remember. I remember that from there was a movie about that whole thing. And I think they threw the game or something. That's what it was about. The White Sox threw the game, and he was one of them. But I mostly have a soft spot for him from Field of Dreams because he was the character in that. I think that was
Georgia Suburban Homestead just gave you the rundown of all the Boston teams there.
Red Sox and the Patriots of football, the Celtics basketball. Who watches hockey?
Canadians.
yeah, I suppose so. I think it's
required there.
Is Joe in here, Catherine, or did you just chuck that up? I didn't, because I haven't been looking. Let's have a look. But if you hear Joe, there's Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Yeah. So Chris Farley, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, Chris Farley used to do Dimbers. We've lost a lot of funny people, haven't we? Sad. He was funny. I would have loved to have seen what would have come of John Candy should he not have passed away. I love John Candy. Something about him was so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Who watches hockey? Oh, dear. I was only joking. Can't. Only joking. Yeah, John Candy was a legend. Like even you think about people we've lost, and you think about something that happens, and you reckon you sort of think to yourself, oh, I wonder what, like Robin Williams. Wonder what Robin would have said about, because Robin was a very smart cookie. He had some good ideas on things.
Oh yeah.
The Toronto Maple Leafs. Ooh. What's Kevin say? I grew up in Toronto and all of our teams sucked. So I can't be bothered with sports, not even hockey. I don't really watch sports either. The sports that I can watch, if you call it a sport, competition, I'd call it more, is like gymnastics and dancing. I love watching people who can do all that, like fancy, like dancers, like can do the flippies and the floppies, and it looks, you think, oh, I could do that. And then you get up in front of the mirror and go, yeah, no, I can't. But no, I can't do that. I'm just in awe, because you realise what the human body is capable of to a point, and they seem to push it even more. I love watching all that sort of stuff. But there you go. What else? Yes, follow me on Instagram. Oh, I've got the Instagram, and I'm slowly learning how to use it. I'm still not very good at it, but it is a good way to message people, so that's helpful. But I don't know. I had Patreon for a while there, and I got rid of it because it was just too hard. I have enough trouble keeping up with the YouTube and putting my episodes out on the YouTube to try and think, because I just sort of thought, I'll do the Patreon, because then I can put some content up that I can't put on here. I could put it on the Patreon, but I got stressed thinking, oh my God, I have to put something up on Patreon. And I just thought, I'll get rid of it. So I concentrate solely on this now. I just spotted, I looked over there when I should have looked here. Tell me, what about you deals with paranormal? I have some stories. Well, do feel free to tell. We were talking about that before. This live, generally we come out once a week. That's the plan anyway, isn't it, Enzo? We come together and we just talk about what we've been doing for the week, and to cheer people up and make them laugh and stuff.
Sometimes paranormal does come up.
Sometimes paranormal, or aliens, or Bigfoot, or whatever. But so the purpose of the live is sometimes to talk about that stuff, what I'll be doing, where I'm going, and what I have done, or an episode I've put out, or whatever. And I often ask people if you've watched one of the episodes, like I put one out yesterday on Pearl Bryan, the lady that's supposed to haunt Bobby Mackey's. But yeah, so far as what I do, what my channel is about, if you have a look at some of my videos, I started off, don't even look at the ones I started off with. I came back from America, and I'd been to Mackie Mansion, Washoe Club, I don't know, other places. Isn't that terrible? I can't remember, but just other places, and done a couple of investigations with Cassie from Weeping Willow, and Jason and Levy from Chasing the Darkness. We went to the Mackie Mansion together. We did a few things. I'd lost my son, and I've got mail. I lost my son, and it was a way for me to try and work out why, how, where is he, that sort of thing. So that was the start. And now I have found I've gone from, and I still investigate, which is fun. Can be boring, but if you do it with someone else, it's fun. But I've gone into more sort of researching research and debunking, I guess you'd call it. Not debunking people's videos, but the storylines. So you'll often watch someone who'll say, oh, there's a demon in this house, and look at this scratch, and oh, they threw this. And then I'll look at whatever that place is that they're talking about and go through the history of it, like who built it, when was it built, what was that building used for, who lived there, what did happen there, where are the facts behind that, all that sort of thing. So I go into that, and oftentimes, in fact, probably 80% of the time, I find out that the stories that are being told about a particular haunting or a particular paranormal event are absolute fabrications of either the investigator's mind, like they're making something up to get likes or subscribers, or it is true, but it's been twisted so much that it's no longer based on fact. So that's kind of what I'm doing at the minute. And then I also talk to other creators. If anyone knows my 5 haunted questions segment that I did earlier on in the year, I have started that again. So I interviewed Side Eye Guy yesterday. Beardo is going to honour me as well with one of those. So I'll have him on a 5 haunting questions. I've also lined up some of you who go on to Beardo's live streams will have seen Wacka Wacky Paranormal. Wacka Wacky Paranormal. Andrew is his name. He's a funny bugger, so I've asked him to do it. So I've got 3 people so far lined up, and I usually do 5, so I'll do 5 haunting question segments. So I do things like that. I love to talk to people and find out why they're interested in what they do. And so, yeah, hope that answered the question. Very long-winded answer, but basic. I've seen curling, Kibba. Have you seen curling at all, Enzo?
Only during the Olympics, when they get the little brooms out and they're skating along and doing a thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What else? Let's have a look. Kibba, I've missed. Karen deeply dives into the history and exposes that, but she wants to be a believer and is searching for the truth. Yeah, Kibba, that's kind of it. I do want to believe, and I think after that experience I had at Waverly Hills, I was once I was going through all that footage from America, trying to put an episode together, and I come across that and remembered that in the moment I did hear the singing, but I dismissed it. But because before I did that episode, I was kind of a little bit in a downy spot because I thought, everybody didn't really find anything, and everybody's so, fake, and and then I found that, and because, like I've said this to Enzo before, because I found it and I know it's not fake, I know who was there, I just know. So I know that whatever it was, because I didn't visually see anything, I just audibly heard the singing, which was after I sang. So I was la, 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 and a few seconds later it was la, 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 back, and it wasn't Cassie, and it wasn't Ron, and it wasn't Jason, and we're the only 4 that were there, and they didn't hear it. I did. And then, of course, it was on my recording. So after I found that, then that's put my faith back into the fact that there has to be something, because that was nobody. I know it's real. So therefore, where did that come from? How is that possible? So now I'm back into wondering how that's even possible, because I found it. So I know it's real. So I know you can hear things and you can get stuff. So I don't know. I want it to be true. I want to be able to one day figure out how it is that we can talk to people from long ago, but can we? is it possible that you've only got a certain time frame in which this can happen, or do you get stuck in a loop of time, or who knows, timey-wimey stuff.
Wibbly wobbly.
Oh, night, Jennifer. Night. Oh, I guess it's getting late there, is it? What time is it now, guys, in America?
Almost 9 p.m. my time. I'm Central Time. I'm in the middle. So.
Yeah. Oh, we have hauntings here as well. The problem with, and I'm actually coming up against this now, if I was down in Victoria, I'd be all sorted. I know exactly where to go to investigate in a few places I'd like to see. But that's because I'm originally from Victoria and I know where to go. I know my way around. I've written to somebody who's does a lot of tours here and stuff. They've kind of got a monopoly, if you will, on the haunted places in the Brisbane area. Because here, unlike America, if I want to go and investigate somewhere, I can contact them, and I can, but I've got to go with their paranormal group. So the paranormal group is associated to that building or that business. So there's a big homestead here in Queensland that's notoriously haunted. I looked into that. I thought, oh, that'd be perfect. I could pay, I could go, stay the night, and no, I can't. You have to book and you have to pay, I think it was something stupid. It's $2,000 anyway for the night. It's a 20 person, it says 20 people limit, like a limit of 20 people for the night that go with the paranormal group that they hire that works for them to give us all the benefit of an investigation, all 20 of us. I'm like, oh, what? So I said, but what if I thought, okay, I can probably work with the other paranormal group. How much would it cost me just to get them for one night? Oh, well, it's a minimum of 20, so you basically have to pay $2,000. I went, but it's like that everywhere here. I haven't been able to find one place that will let me in to investigate that's not going to charge like a wounded bull or doesn't already have a paranormal group associated with them that I have to go with them. So it's very different to America. Down in Victoria's okay. So I think I'm going to have to travel down after I get back from America in the new year when the weather's a bit nice. It's all hot. I'm going to go back down to Victoria, stay with a couple of friends there, and I'm going to get off to all the places I know and see. Now that I've got the knowledge of what to look for and how to do certain things, I'll go and see if I can find anything, especially on my old mate Ned Kelly. Any Aussies in the chat will know who Ned Kelly is. He's our version of Billy the Kid. Ned Kelly's our version of Billy the Kid. Have I got 18 people watching me? That's brilliant. Thank you, guys.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. 18 people being bored by my conversation. They probably tuned into me, Enzo, because it's the end of the night, so I can roll them off to sleep with my Kevin. Oh, Cottonwood Mansion. 2 hour. Yeah, see, that's the thing with the public ones, Enzo. Like, you can go to a public one, so like I said, 20 people minimum, whatever, and but you're not going to find anything. You'd be hard pressed, and even if you do, you can't, in all certainty, know that it's not one of those other 19 people.
Yeah, no, unless it's a giant place like Waverly where you could kind of split up and you don't have everybody standing on top of each other.
Yeah,
somebody's making a wreck.
But even the way. Yeah. Like, shh. I should get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
If nobody knows what I'm talking about, I got shushed a lot by another investigator on our investigations in America because I investigate differently. I talk to the ghosties. And obviously they like me. That's right. I talked to everyone. And the ghosties enjoyed me talking to them so much so that they sang along with me. So
that's true. That's actually pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool. A side-eye guy, side-eye guy's never investigated before. And I have contacted a few, and you know what? They're not getting back to me. It's very annoying. And that's what I mean. I don't know what the go is here in Queensland. Like, it's just ridiculous. If they've got these places they say are haunted, and yet then you say, well, can I come and investigate? Oh, yeah, no. No, you can't. Or, yeah, you can, but only with our paranormal group, or, you know. So it's a bit stucky, but I'll keep searching. That's why I've emailed the fellow who does all the tours around here. You can go on tours with him through cemeteries and old historical places within Brisbane itself where people were murdered and so on and so forth. I don't know. But I don't know. Yes, we're going together, Kibba. We are. Side-eye guy, I am taking him, unless he's done something in the interim that he's not told me about, but I only spoke with him yesterday. He didn't mention that he's going to do anything on his own or whatever. But, yeah, just because he's never been before, and I'd love to take him out and investigate, but he's waiting for a mask because he doesn't want you people to see how horrific he looks. He's probably really good looking and he just doesn't want to show his face. Enzo. But yeah, so the plan is
I just wear a distracting shirt so people don't notice this.
Oh, you've got a cute face. What are you talking about? Yeah, so I don't know. What have I done, Catherine? Did I miss something? What have I missed? Have I missed something? I've dropped. Oh, what have you dropped, Cobalt Dragon? What have you dropped? See, I'm talking too much. Oh, Diabolical Debbie. Yeah, Diabolical Debbie's got a good channel too, guys. She does some really interesting videos. I like her channel. I do watch it, Debbie. I grew up in a haunted house and reside near Australia's largest cemetery. It comes with the territory. I am also an empath. I used to think I was an empath, but oftentimes I've got verbal diarrhea and annoy everybody I talk to. I just thought, but yeah, I don't know. Catherine says Enzo is sexy.
Well, you know, it's.
Kimber. He can't help it. He can't help it, Catherine. It just oozes out of every pore.
It certainly does. Yeah. My Halloween mask, you're up.
Kibber says investigating in a shoebox would be very difficult about Side-Eye Guy because I think it's hysterical. You go into Side-Eye Guy's channel when he does a live, Enzo, and because he doesn't want people to know what he looks like, but I guess people want to know he's real. So what he did was get a big shoebox and stuck a picture of his character's face on this shoebox, and you see him. He's got eyes cut out of the shoebox with this picture stuck on it. And yes, investigating. The funny thing is, though, Side-Eye Guy could come for an investigation, and you just would film him from the neck down. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no need to actually put his face on. He could do the investigation, because even with a mask, to investigate with a mask on full stop is going to be slightly annoying. Do you know what I mean? So there'll be times where I don't think he'll leave it on and he'll take it off. But he wants to wait till he gets his mask, so we'll let him, we'll let him get his mask. Settle down, Catherine. Hi, Tony. Oh, geez, I tell you what, all these oversexed people in my bloody chat, just, get an OnlyFans, Catherine. Hey, Princess Scary. Yeah, so that's the issues I'm having with trying to find a place to investigate here in Queensland. Like, I went with, it's an hour and a half's drive to the hotel that I went to when Heather was here. And I didn't book the hotel I booked the room for the night, and I asked the girls. Then the hotel was empty the night, like so far as people staying in it was empty the night we were in there. So that was limited as to what we could do because they lock up after a certain hour, and it wasn't. But I knew what rooms were supposed to be haunted, so it was one of those rooms that I got for the night. I wouldn't mind going back there. Apart from the fact the food was good and the drive out there was beautiful, but I wouldn't mind going back there and getting the other room, which is room 1 at that hotel, which is supposed to be haunted, and see, I don't know, just see, because it is fun just to sit there. So I could mention that to Side-Eye, but He did mention he wanted to sort of stay in the area of Brisbane, not go too far from home. So
Sure.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to him because it's hard, but we'll see. We'll see. He did say he'd go to the Gold Coast, and that's what I was trying to get. There's a museum in the Gold Coast, on the Gold Coast down in Surfers Paradise that is supposed to be haunted, and they didn't answer my email. So I'm going to go for a drive next time I'm down the coast and just go in when they're open, have a look around the museum, and then grab them and say, listen here. I know people have done it before, so they might take a donation. I went caving with Penny. I was going to say IT. I was going to go, why would you go caving with the IT department? Pennywise, mask, costume, trying to explore underground with a mask. Yeah, that's what I mean. I just don't think, I understand why Sido wants to do it. I absolutely do, because he doesn't want people to know what he looks like, which is fair enough, because his channel is one that, you know.
Make up a fake American accent and give a fake name on camera. It's like, yeah, this is Bill from Toledo or something, you know.
Yeah, this is, but yeah. But as I say, like when I investigate, I don't really want my bloody buff head on the thing. But people have got a camera, so they film. But
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. You got to, at some point, it doesn't matter if people know what you look like, but others just don't want to.
I mean, I get it. I mean, especially if you're saying things that is controversial or people, you know, might get mad about it. I totally understand remaining anonymous, and that's actually kind of common on YouTube. You can go to any type of venue, anywhere on any even bigger channels where there'll be like 8 people on the screen like we are now, and none of them have live cameras. They're all just, you know, their whatever their avatar is.
Avatar,
yeah. Hey, but mine is mine. So it does, but I am holding a giant stack of money, which means I'm more important. But that was courtesy of the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas, $2,000 out of a slot machine.
You were lucky. I've never won anything like that. Kibber says that he could imitate. I've got a crow mask. Look, it's up there. I haven't turned it on, but I've got a crow mask. I could lend that to him. But again, I've put that on to see what it feels like. I don't know how Crow does it. I don't know. You get so steamy and hot under there. I reckon you should just get a Hessian bag or cut the eyes out, kind of look like a scarecrow, because at least that breathes. But yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't wear a mask and investigate.
Just wait until the day after Halloween, when all the masks and party favors go on sale, because everybody wants to get rid of them, and you can get probably a dozen different masks and disguise kits or whatever it is.
Yeah, and look, and then that's the thing too. I do know that the side-eye guy's got very young little children, so I know he doesn't want to be too far from home. So I understand that as well. But yeah, I'll find something. He's not ready yet, so there you go.
A fake mustache. That's all he needs.
Have you subscribed to me? Have you?
Hey.
Have you? Oh, thank you. Unless you're talking to someone else in the chat. But then again, I'm the one that's live, so there you go. Thank you. What's that? If I knew how to edit better, I would never have gotten in front of a camera, but now I'm more comfortable. Yeah, look, the thing I find with being in front of the camera, I can do it here easy enough, but I really don't want to be on camera when I'm investigating, because half the time you're sort of not really paying attention to the camera. You might be looking, you pull funny faces, or the camera does put 10 pounds on. And I'm like,
I must have about 5 or 10 cameras on me then right now. So.
Well, I think when we do an investigation, I've got 20. Like I put this is vanity, okay? I put together an episode of Bobby Mackey of me doing the Estes method, right? And it was just funny. It was just funny. But I'm looking at it and I'm watching and everything. And I'm like, I'm not putting that on YouTube. I'm in the chair. I'm sort of comfortable. I've got my arms, whatever. And the way the angle of the camera is on me, it's kind of up. So I look like a massive bloody, what do you call that thing in the Stay Puffed Man? I'm like,
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I can't put that on the YouTube. I look terrible. Well, yes, and that's exactly, that's but the camera was just in the wrong place. I mean, don't people know they've got it, to make you look a bit decent, you got to make sure the angles are okay. And but
why is the camera pointed at you during an investigation?
Because I was that was the Estes thing where you put the earphones on, and so that's why the camera was pointed on me. Catherine or Karen scans camera to a man named Jason. I don't know what you're talking about. What did I do, Catherine? Because I didn't watch the episode. Was it something that Jason put in his episode? I don't know. And it depends. I don't think we were drunk on any of the investigations. I'm reasonably positive we kept sober the nights of the investigation. I can't say that.
The investigation is this?
Yeah, I know. Well, I can't say the nights that we. There was one night. Here, I'll tell you a story. So we would go and investigate. We investigated 2 nights in a row because we had to, but then we would plan to have a night off. So investigate, sleep, have that night off, go do something, and then the next day drive, right? So on the nights off, and I'm not really a drinker because when I drink, I'm super friendly.
Oh.
I'm super friendly, and you think I'm friendly enough. I'm super friendly, like I'm very touchy, right? I'm super like I'm like, and people can take me the wrong way. But I was in.
They're taking you the right way.
Yeah. No, but I was in safe hands. But anyway, we were out this one night and we went to like a pinball, like a game, where they've got pinball machines and games like arcade games. And I'd had a fair bit to drink, and I can't remember what I was doing. Cassie and Ron were off somewhere. Jason was off doing something else. And I had a drink, and it was gin. I was drinking gin and Coke. Or maybe it was vodka and Coke, but I think it was gin that night. And
gin and Coke.
Oh, well, I don't know what I was having. It was alcohol. and anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. What's that? Hang on. Wait on. Bottled water, and I'll just pop the con. You haven't seen Enzo till you have seen him after he's driven for 20 hours. I'm sure he's still a delight.
When last time Tony and I met, we both went to Contact in the desert to get met up there, and I decided to drive, which took me 2 days, 10 hours a day. So he got to see me after 20 hours on the road.
That's a lot of driving.
My personal limit is 12 a day. If it's going to be over 12 a day, no, I can't do it. 10, that's easy.
Oh, Maisie. Oh, Maisie's here just in time to hear my drunk story continue. So we already know that Enzo can look beautiful after 20 hours driving nonstop. Almost nonstop. So we're in this arcade. They're off doing their own thing, and I'm talking to some dude. I talked to everybody. There was just some guy playing an arcade game, and I'm standing there going blah 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 blah. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Then I decided, for some unknown reason, to call the shape. So I ring and he answers. I've got, and he goes hello, and he does his shapey talking, and I don't even know. You'd probably have to ask him what the hell I was talking about, but he was laughing a lot. I remember that. And then I had my drink, and I put my drink down on a little table near an arcade game. And the young boy that was cleaning up come along, and he went to grab my drink. And I went, no, that's my drink. And I leaned forward to, and I've still got the shape on the phone. So I leaned forward to grab my drink, but as I grabbed it, I also dropped it. Smash! And then I hear the shape, what happened? And I've gone, I just dropped my drink, and he is cracking up. So I do know that I also drunk dial people.
Oh no, it's not good.
Watch out, Enzo. You message it, because that's how so the shape hasn't let me forget that. He often says, yeah, you were pretty freaking funny. So I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said, but I tend to do that. So I do try not to drink anymore. I haven't had a drink since I got back from America.
Wow.
I know. Yeah, I know that it's not. Hang on, that's a lie. That's a lie. I did get my little bottle of vodka, and I had, but one drink.
I do most of my drinking in America too, so I understand.
Yeah. Well, and I am in Virginia City, and I am going to hang out with friends I trust, so I can drink. But I'm not. When I was in Virginia City last year, all I remember is drinking lots and lots of what Jason christened graveyard dirt drinks, which were gin, Coke, and cream on top. So, oh, well, I don't know. They were pretty tasty. And I drank and drank and drank. And then we finally went to the Piper Opera House. There's a bar under the Piper Opera, or at the bottom of the Opera House. And the lady there, a very lovely bar lady, but she gave me a drink that, honestly, it was in a glass. I don't know what you call them, like a big glass. And I think she filled it halfway with the gin, and then but by that time I was already drunk, so it wasn't too. I do now. It's all come back over time, but at the time I did not remember getting home.
Oh no.
I know that Jason took me there and made sure I got to my room, and he made sure I was on the bed. I don't remember him doing that, but he tells me he did. And then later on, the memory come back vaguely that I was showing him through the house that I was staying in, because it was a B&B. So I have vague memories of stumbling up the steps. It all came back. I do recall giving Sean from the new reality lots of hugs, but not bad hugs, like just being friendly. I wasn't flirting, but I do remember that. I was a mess. I was a mess. And the next day I woke up on the floor.
The floor?
On the floor. I thought, but I know I must have woken up and gone to go to the bathroom, and then just.
This is good right here. This is as far as I'm going to go. This clunk.
Yeah, and I was just laying down. So, dearie. Yes, Maisie, I thought you were on. Sorry, I just want to address something with Maisie. I thought for whatever reason you were in Crow's Patreon Zoom today, and I'm going, Maisie. And then they said, she's not here. And I went, oh. And now I can't remember what it was I was going to tell you. So that's useless, isn't it? But Maisie's here. Have I missed anybody else? Because I've been too busy telling you my drunk stories. Hope when you are drunk, Karen, you don't have a friendly. Oh, no, I absolutely do not. Absolutely. No. Oh, I'm shocked. I'm blushing. No, I don't. Absolutely don't. Oh my God. I'm oops. Okay. Whose ears are burning? Oh, Maisie. Yeah, because no, I'm not that friendly. I'm friendly, but not that friendly. I'm old enough to not be that friendly. I'm old enough not to be that friendly. But I can be challenging at times. They're just a little bit too touchy-feely. So I try not to, but with the right person, if that makes sense.
When you do drink, what is your drink? What do you normally imbibe?
Vodka. Because funnily enough, I hate the taste of alcohol. I don't like it. I don't like the taste, but vodka, you don't necessarily taste. So I like vodka you don't call it lemonade. Here we say lemonade, but vodka in Coca-Cola or vodka in lemonade, which is probably the closest thing to our version of lemonade you've got would be 7-Up or something, like it's clear soda.
Okay.
I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
Tanya, you might get to see me drunk one day. I'll come over to New Zealand and we can sit in your lounge room and I can tell you all the stories I can't tell anyone on here. Dear. Yeah, I don't smoke, never have. Evil. And it looks yucky, I think, when people smoke. It's kind of, I don't know, especially a woman.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, when a female is smoking, I don't know what it is about a female smoking. Ha ha, you're funny, Enzo. But yeah, I don't know. And plus, it's not healthy. But then neither is alcohol. Alcohol's probably just like they're all. It's interesting, isn't it, that certain drugs like Mary Jane and all that sort of thing are illegal. Yes. However, those particular drugs, they can have adverse effects, but they're not necessarily going to kill you or harm your body's working in any, except for the brain. People can have adverse reactions that way, not in a good way over time. But what I'm trying to say is alcohol, overdo it one night and you could literally kill yourself. Like you could overdose on alcohol, like, and just
that's
alcohol poisoning. Yeah, but alcohol's a killer and smoking a killer, but yet they bar things and make things illegal like marijuana, which is a plant. And I'm not advocating for it because I don't touch that either. But I'm just saying,
Nevada, right?
Hey, I'll be in Nevada,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got dispensaries, I'm sure, right there, right where you're going to be staying. You can get whatever you like. Totally legal.
But I don't want to.
I get it. I don't smoke either. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. What are you looking for? Hang on. What have I missed? Is there a way to put a link here, Tanya, for Maisie? What does Maisie need? I'll let you and Tanya work that out. Let's see. Kevin, alcohol almost killed me. 5% liver function and spent a week.
Oh.
Wow, a week in hospital was pretty good given what you're describing there. Yeah, my father was a heavy drinker and he got awfully ill and was told that he can't have alcohol anymore because he damaged his liver. He didn't listen, but he did stop drinking heavily, but he still drinks wine and stuff now. Yeah, the poor old liver cops it really badly from everything. Sugar hits it really bad, like everything, poor old liver. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like sometimes getting drunk and whatever tipsy is fun because you sort of relax a bit, but I think the way I talk, sometimes I don't need to relax because I'm reasonably relaxed anyway. What does Maisie need? What have we missed, Maisie? I can email you what you need or whatever, but it's okay. Someone fill me in because I must have missed something. I'm trying to go back, but I don't know what's happening. Kevin says he doesn't even remember what he was drinking because it was 30 years ago. And Cobb says that it's legal in Canada for 5 years, and it says that the funny thing is that some of the shops are closing now due to not enough customers. It's interesting. I often the Zoom link from this morning. I'm with you, Catherine. Okie dokes, no worries. She should be able to just go into Patreon though and rewatch it. I think. But anyway.
Now I'm actually kind of curious about that. Is are they closing down the pot shops because there's just no business at all, or people are finding cheaper pot out on the streets like they used to?
Yes, do answer that one, Cobb. That would be an interesting thing to know.
Because, it's legal, but it's more expensive than what you could find in the streets like in the old days.
Tanya, the link because it was for Patreon, I don't know if it. Sorry, Enzo. Hang on a second. The link for the Zoom this morning was a Patreon thing for the Patreons. I don't know if it was also for the Facebook people, but yeah, you had to be a member of Crow's Patreon to get the link. So if you had have gone to Patreon, and I got a Patreon notification as well that told me he was going live. So if you're in the Patreon, you can go open that up, and the link was there in a message. I don't remember seeing it in Facebook, but it could have been. I'm just saying. So you could try that too, Maisie. Maisie had trouble setting up her Facebook account. Just set up another one, Maisie. They do it by email addresses, so just get another email address and set it up again. Or, that's what I wanted to tell you, Maisie. Now I remember. See how I go from one subject to another, Enzo? I'm good like that, aren't I? Maisie.
I'm trying to plot the trajectory of that conversation. Hang on a second.
I know. Yeah, just
right angle, cosine, and then square root. I think that's all.
Oh, you're a smarty pants. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, Maisie, I've already paid the deposit, or more than the deposit, but I'm coming to the UK next September. I'm going to Wales primarily, so it'll be England. I'll be going to London Tower and doing all that, but I'm going to Wales. So fingers crossed, I might actually bump into Beardo there and have a drink or two with him and Mrs. Beardo, but we'll see how that goes. But I'm going there, and I'm staying for a month in England. But the thing I'm doing, which is like the deposit I paid for to go around to all these, that's only 2 weeks. So there'll be 2 weeks where I'll be in England, and I'm going to play it by ear, probably get a hire car and just stay at random pubs and do random things and head up to Scotland. So Maisie Rose, hang in there like the little pussycat on the tree, and I intend to come there and see you, and you and I will go and do something fun. Just letting you know. I did email you, but just letting you know. And anyone else who's in Scotland, but Maisie Rose. Yeah, so there you go, Maisie. All right, remember that. He didn't have it on his channel, Maisie. It was Patreon, a Patreon thing, so not a YouTube thing. Doesn't matter. You'll be all right. I'll sort you out later. I'll get Crow to message you. Squirrel. Did someone remember I like squirrels? Oh, Marco, hello. Karen, I'm listening while I drive home. Oh, that's right. You were on your way to work, weren't you, this morning? And now you're heading home. Hey, Daniel. Am I yelling? I think I am. I'm sorry. I get excited.
It is getting up there. You're.
Shh. I'm calming down. Shh. I get excited. There you go. That's calm, isn't it?
Maybe you need a drink.
Yeah, look, I probably do. I don't know if I get. You'd have to ask Cassie and Ron and Jason if I get loud when I'm drunk. I don't know. I think I relax, and I'm not so hyper. No, I am definitely not going to my haunted hotel, Kipper. No, I'm going to a few places around Wales, which are old. Like everything that I'm going to is old, like old castles, Tower of London, castle, potato, tomato, tomato.
I'm the one with the accent in this country. So
yeah. I don't have an accent. I did tell you the story.
This is your channel.
Yeah, well, yeah, but we're on a Saturday morning for me, Friday night for you. It's our channel, okay? It's the Karen and Enzo show. That's what I should call it, the Karen and Enzo show. But yeah, I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, the places I'm going to, yeah. So Tower of London, there's a pub that's notoriously haunted in Wales, which I cannot remember the name of at the moment. Just castles and more castles and Stonehenge. I'm going to Stonehenge. So if I'm going to Stonehenge, I'm intending to go to the I always want to say the slaughtered Lamb Inn because of American Werewolf in London, but that is not what I mean.
Oh.
Ancient Ram Inn. I do intend, once I get there and know when I'm going there, and when I'm through with the tour, the dates, etc., I am going to book because you can stay there. I'm going to book that for 2 nights. I'm going to stay there for 2 nights. I don't think I don't know. There's something about that place that we'll see. I think a lot of it's made up. I really do. But it is a really old building. I mean, it was built in I think the early 1700s. So there'd be a lot of just history to the people that lived in there and all that sort of thing. So I don't know. What's the male version of a succubus? I don't know. There's a succubus and there's a
incubus.
Incubus. Well, I might get lucky. I'll be there for 2 nights. That'd be perfect because I don't have to cook or clean for them. I could just, no worries, mate. Thanks for that. Bye. Cobalt's got to go because the battery's about to run out on their phone, I think. Oh, look, thank you for popping in. Pop in again. Yeah, please do. Kevin Davis, the ancient Ram Inn is like the 1100s. Well, it could be. I know it's ancient. So you might be well right. I should look at it. I haven't researched that yet, but I will be researching that really well. A lot of these places I'm going to research so well so that when I get there and I go to these places and someone tells me a story, I can go, or, oh, yes, that's true, or whatever. So Charlie Roo. Hello, Charlie Roo. With a cute little picture of what is that? A llama or an alpaca? Hang on, where's it gone? I think that's an alpaca. Is that an alpaca, Charlie Roo?
Looks like.
It does look like Horace Mia Moss. My pet crab just died and I am devastated. Cheer me up. I had a pet crab. Had 2. I did. I had a pet crab, and they're really they're hard to keep as pets because I thought I was doing great guns. He changed his shell a couple of times, and then one day I went there and he wasn't in his shell anymore. He'd outgrown the shell, but he didn't go into the other bigger shell, and he just come out of his shell, and there was this poor little dead hermit crab. Well, he was a hermit crab. I don't know what kind of crab you had. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. It's always horrible you losing a pet. But there you go. My decor, yes. Well, it's a bit messy now because I came in here this morning and things were knocked off the shelf. It wasn't poltergeist or anything. It was a cat. A black cat had decided to get up on the shelf and knock things flying. So I'm like, oh gosh. So that we've got I've never seen these names before. Milk Carton 01. I like that. Charlie Roo.
We are getting a lot of new names here, so there's something in the algorithm that's more folks are hearing about the show.
Please, if you haven't, hit the like button because that's apparently helpful. I'm not quite sure how. I think it's the algorithm. And subscribe to me if you haven't because I know you're going to like my stuff. All right. I think so. Oh, my God. Is that real? I'm going to be honest. I smashed my crab with a mallet, but it was to put it out of its misery. He was old. Oh.
I'm sure it'll still taste good with butter. It's
Horace. Well, I was just going to say, but I don't think you could do that with a pet. I know I've had issues with pet sheep that I've had, and people have made jokes about, roast lamb. No, I'd vomit. It'd be terrible.
Long, Zoidberg.
Who else has come in? RPI Paranormal. Hello. What's happening? All of a sudden, people are coming in to see what we're talking about. It's you, Enzo. They're all here for you.
I'm telling you.
It is the shirt. I think it's got out. Like people are like, "What is this shirt? We need to go."
Like, there's some nerd wearing an orange shirt with bats and stuff on it. We got to check this out.
Cute shirt. I think it's a cute shirt. The Pussycat, the rag doll, update. So I'm in my studio. I'm in my garage, all right? And the garage has the door that leads out of the garage to the backyard. I have built a big enclosure down the side of the house. So that's where the pussycat, because I don't let my pussycats roam the streets. So that's where my pussycats are. They go out there around the garage, and of a night time or during the day, I'll open the door and they can wander through the house. The rag doll, the one that all the time whenever I'm live, she has been stolen by my daughter and taken into my daughter's bedroom. My daughter has purchased cat climbing things and a new kitty litter tray and things that hide the smell and this and that. So the cat's been stolen, but she's as happy as Larry because she's in a warm bed all the time. Not that it's not cold. It's not cold in here, but yes. So that's why she's not crying, because she's not in the garage. She's in with her friend little Bella and having a ball. So that's what happened to the thing. Lots of people behind you on the hang on. Lots of people behind you, man, on right. Can they hear you?
That's shut up.
Yeah. Oh, there, Enzo. Yeah. Because I'm thinking there's no one here. But yeah, Enzo. Yeah, he's at that. What's that club called again? Oh, that's a different one.
Oh, no, this is just the Beach Bar in the Virgin Islands, St. John's Virgin Islands. Yep.
Yeah, and it's just like a green screen, isn't it? But I shouldn't give away that. Yeah, I should just, let you go. Some weird questions.
This is my real background. I'm not really at the beach.
To answer that question, Milk Carton, which is a really weird question, but I'll answer it. Yes, I have, because I'm a nurse. So I have been present and held many a dying person's hand. So yes, I have.
Not this
should Truman have dropped the atomic device on Hiroshima in 1945? No. That's my easy. I don't know where you're coming from with these questions. These are very intellectual type questions, Enzo. I don't think anyone should drop a bomb on anybody, to be honest. I reckon just take the leaders of the country, just the leaders, and put them in a little, boxing ring. The only problem is everybody else wants to fight too. So what are you going to do? Have I ever seen a fake death? Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I have a TV.
Every time I turn on the TV. Yeah, what about you? Every time I turn on the TV, Supernatural, The Boys, killing demons, all the time. These questions, are these friends of my daughters? These questions are getting random. I'm just wondering. What's my favourite type of cheese? My favourite type of cheese is cream cheese with apricots and almonds in it.
Really specific.
It is very specific. But there you go. That's okay. Kevin, I thought we were putting all the leaders on a ship and launching them into space. Kevin, know what?
Don't look up.
I know a lot of people come to this channel for answers to help humanity. I've got none. I sit and ponder this sometimes. I think to myself, now, how could we solve this issue? There would be no wars, absolutely no wars, if a condition of a war was that the person who ordered it, as in, i.e. the leaders, the presidents, whatever, if as a condition of that war, they had to actually fight. Like they had to be at the helm, so to speak. There wouldn't be a war because they're all chicken shit. It's not like it was back in the day when we had kings that would lead the men into battle. That just doesn't happen anymore. So I think the answer is to put a stipulation that if you say we're going to war with this country, fantastic. Let's see you leading the troops into battle, shall we? Imagine seeing freaking, what's his name, Biden. He can't even walk up a pair of stairs without falling over. Imagine seeing him leading a war effort. So that to me, independent, that to me is the answer. All the leaders who say we're going to war, they're the ones that have to be first line of attack. They're the ones. And then they won't do it. They'll go, oh, I could get shot.
They have to have, because they're usually much older, so one of their children has to be in the first wave.
Oh, my God. Look at this question. I'll tell you what, Milk Carton. How do we achieve a diplomatic resolution in Israel?
Careful. Yeah. YouTube rules. Careful.
I can't talk about it. Yes, there are rules. I can say I don't know because they haven't been able to work that out for thousands of years. But maybe put the women in charge. Maybe take men away, take men out of the equation and put the mothers in charge to come to some kind of resolution. Maybe a female touch on the whole situation could be of assistance, but I don't know the answer to that. I only know it's a very sad, sad thing, and I don't like it. Charlie Roo, what have I missed, Charlie Roo? Charlie Roo, tell me what have I missed? Tanya M, what was your question? Oh, shit. Oh, okay, Tanya. When you are getting dressed in the morning, what piece of clothing do you put on first? My dress. That's about all I wear. I don't
put
wear
on your dress and then your underwear.
You're asking. Commando. Way more information than you wanted, isn't it? Yeah, no. Oh, sometimes wear a bra if I'm going out.
I only wear just this shirt, nothing else.
Oh, well, there you go. See, we can't tell if Enzo stood up, we'd be in trouble.
Oh, can't do that.
Charlie Roo needs attention. I'm feeling ignored. Charlie Roo, no pants, no undies. They're uncomfortable unless I have to. Like, like I'm out on a windy day and my dress might blow up. That's it. Oh, my God.
Oh, is that? It's blowing up.
Oh, my goodness. So I don't think Enzo needs to answer if he sleeps in his natural state.
You sleep naked, man, on right. If not, you should.
These are kids. Are you children?
Our names are. I just realized none of our names are up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. But they're on the bottom part. Why is that?
I was like, why am I man on right?
Edit name. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is why isn't it up there?
I don't know.
That's a bit weird. Because they're on the little boxes at the bottom. It's definitely on there. Horace says I'm 30, but the mental age of 4. That's all right.
To Charlie Roo, yes, it's what's left of my real hair.
Oh, thank you for letting me know.
I got the skunk stripe going down the middle here. Yeah.
Oh, I've got skunk stripes here. I think Bard Pepe Le Pew because he chases the girl pussycat and wants to kiss her. It's sexual.
Right. Sexually harassing cats all over the country.
Freaking God. Like it's I tell you what. I mean, yeah, he is, but he always comes to some ill fate. So it's not. Oh well, sometimes. Hang on, I think he has caught her a few times. The cat's name that has gone to live in my daughter's room is Yuki, which is Japanese for snow. But I call her Puss Puss. I don't say Yuki. The other girls do. They go Yuki. I go here, Puss Puss. And I've got another 2 black cats. I've got a black cat that's just straight haired, and that's Priscilla. That's the name that she came with. She was an adoption because she was, already a year old or whatever. And I've got another cat a black cat who's really fluffy. He's a rag doll as well. And his name is Crowley, after Crowley in the TV show Supernatural, except we call him Child Cat. I sometimes call him Fat Cat. So there you go.
Wow.
Let's have a look. Horace says they turn 5 and 31 next year. That's all right. I turn 61 and 20 next year. Oh, dear.
I turn 56 in a couple of weeks.
Wow. What date's your birthday, Enzo?
November 2nd.
Oh, November. My son was born in November. Oh, the other day I was at my son Alex's house, and I said to the little one, the baby, whose name is Stephen. He names his baby after his brother. I said, I'll call you from America on your birthday. And I said the 22nd of November. And my son looked at me and he goes, Mum, that's Stephen's birthday. And I went, my Stephen. I went, that's right, because little Stephen was born on the 23rd of November. So he waited until just after midnight to come into the world. I figured that his big uncle Stephen was up in wherever he is and said, oh, yeah, that's my birthday. You just wait. Let's see. What's this say? Man on right, very handsome. Woman on left, very pretty. Man on top, very gorgeous. What man's on top?
Is that the ghost back here?
Oh, my ghost. Yeah, my ghost.
Or maybe the one that's over your shoulder there, right over there. I don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, the witch.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, all right, you're all getting weird now.
This conversation is certainly.
I think it must be late and everybody's drinking or on.
Apparently the bars just got out wherever they're from. They're just making it home.
Remind me of a young Marilyn Monroe and a young Bradley Bosch. Who's Bradley Bosch?
I don't know.
Oh, Google. My Google doesn't talk to me. Bradley Bosch. Images. Oh, there's a lot of Bradley Bosches, but I don't know which one you're talking about. There's a farm bureau Bradley Bosch in LinkedIn. Maybe I've spelt it wrong. Hang on, Bosch. I don't know. Oh no, mate, I probably spelt it wrong. But it doesn't matter. Horace, Catherine. Horace, if you had to date one of you, I couldn't. It would be horrible. Oh yeah, I'm Karen. Get it right. What's Holly saying? Holly, I know is real. Holly is my friend. Can you hear cackling and keyboards tapping from any of your kids' rooms, Karen? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I reckon these are a few. I could be wrong, but.
Got a couple of plants out in the audience.
Oh, the famous wine distiller Bradley Bosch. He got incarcerated for identity theft. Ooh. What are they trying to set me up for? From the silly question. I'm just enjoying the silly questions. It's all right. They can't get me into trouble. Yeah, I've got a feeling. I could be wrong, but I've got a feeling. It doesn't matter. I'm having fun. They're silly questions. Except, some of them aren't. Charlie Roo, can you swap sides? Oh, as in the pictures? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Let's experiment. Oh, maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe that's why the names aren't there, Enzo.
What's that? What?
We're too big. Go there.
I feel thinner now.
Oh, yeah, me too. Are you in England? All right, here we go. Reality is we're a bunch of sad freaks in northern England in my living room, and it's nearly 4 a.m. Bless your cotton socks. We're about northern England. So, London way, down that way. Or Wales? No, Wales is northwest. Horace, give me a geography. Horace, it's 4 a.m. and I think you've all been drinking too much. Trust me, you don't want the zoom in. I look much better from a distance. Oh, Newcastle upon Tyne. Oh, there we go. Oh, well, although you're all a bit cray-cray, guys, I'm enjoying it. It's making me laugh. Oh, there you go. It's all just a bunch of kids, young folk.
That's fine. So, that's great.
Yeah, it's all just a, yeah. Would you rather be attacked by 50 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Am I armed or is this hand to hand?
Yeah. In what way? In what way? Let's see. I think 50 duck-sized horses.
I am an American, after all.
Yeah. Well, see, us Aussies, I'd just have to kick it. I'd have to kick, but then I'd feel guilty for kicking the duck-sized horses
because I like horses on them.
Yeah. Whereas if it was a horse-sized duck, oh, that'd be dangerous, wouldn't it?
Hurl one of those giant spiders at them and just eat all of them.
Yeah, I've got a giant spider. Where did I put it? Somewhere here. Well, I haven't got a real pet giant spider, but do you know
what I'm talking about? It made that web behind your head.
Oh, those ones. Yeah. Horace says that they're 30, so Horace must be the 30. Oh, two 30-year-olds and a 27-year-old. So is Charlie Roo the one that is 27? Whichever Karen would feed it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would.
I probably would. I'd probably try and catch the 50 duck-sized horses and keep them as, I'd make them an enclosure in my backyard. It's all good. They'd stop attacking me once I fed them. There you go. So Charlie Roo is 27, Horace is 30, and hang on, where's Milk Carton is also 30. There you go. Holly, what's Holly say? Would you rather be able to eat whatever you want without health impacts or never sleep and be fully rested?
I'd rather eat whatever I want because I don't sleep anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'd much rather be able to eat whatever I wanted.
A normal night of sleep for me is usually 4 to 5 hours, and that's it.
Milk Carton says that they've never met anyone in this chat before. Milk Carton, how did you three little North English people fall across my channel? I'm flattered, but how did you do it? I'm glad you did. I hope you subscribe because you'll get more of this fantastic content on a weekly basis.
Thank you, algorithm, apparently.
I guess. Who are you people? Who are we people? Oh, this is funny. So serious? All right. So seriously, I'm Karen from Australia, and I do paranormal research. That'd be better, wouldn't it? I do paranormal research. What do you reckon I do? Research as in the haunted places.
Well, you actually do investigations, though.
I do investigate as well. Yeah, I do, but I don't get to do that as much. Oh, well, I suppose I have done it a lot, haven't I? I've been to tons of places.
You're traveling. You're globally going around. You're going around the world to different spots to investigate. That's way more than I've done.
Yeah, it's costing me a fortune, but I figure I can spend my money on clothes, getting my hair done, random silly stuff like going out to, I could spend money on crap, or I can just do what I do and scratch and scrape every single cent that I have together and go to live a bit, because I didn't live when I was your young age, Charlie and Milk Carton and Horace. When I was your age, I didn't live. I had children and I had a job. And so advice from an old cow like me, go do something fun with your life if you're not already. Let's see. What would you rather? Sit on a pumpkin until it's ready to until it's ready. Pumpkins don't roost.
Pumpkins and roost? I'm not.
Until it roosts. Oh, no, that's a naughty question, I think. So we better not. No naughty questions. Stop with the drunk talk. Have you ever been Derek? Derek Okara. Is he that dude on? I do. He's on a show, an English show that does hauntings, and he's a medium.
I'm more of an XL myself.
Yeah, he's yeah. Yep, no. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's funny to watch. I'm just trying to think. Is it something haunted? What's the name of the most haunted? Most haunted. Thank you, Horace.
Oh,
Most haunted is the name of the show that Derek's on, and he'll go into a place and he'll go, I can see the person and they're this and that and he overreacts, he gets it wrong, and he's full of
oh,
shit. And he's been proven to fake things anyway. But it's funny to watch. It's absolute. Did he die, Horace? When did he die? Did he truthfully? I don't want to
ah,
speak. Oh, I don't want to speak ill of the dead. When did he die? Oh, just a minute, Derek. Oh, I feel terrible now. Oh, well, at least you'll know what's true and what's not now. How do we spell his last
I
name?
don't want to get
Derek.
haunted by some faking ass. Come on.
Yeah. Did he really die? Derek Akara. Derek. Oh, that long ago. Well, I didn't realise he died. He died in 4th of January 2020. Oh, well, you don't want anyone to pass away, but at least now he knows the truth. Wherever he's gone, he'll know what's real and what's not, won't he? Yeah, that's
Why
my
isn't
hope.
he fighting to like communicate with us now that he's dead and he's on that other side? He can try and.
He can try. Yeah, I just had a look. Hang on, I could probably put his picture up. That's not going to hurt matters any. Where did I just? Oh.
Yeah. It's not like he's going to sue you.
No, he's gone.
He's dead. Yeah.
He's dead. That's how I remember him. Derek Akara obituary. How do I share this? Oh, present. Share a screen. That one, share. Is it sharing? That's him there.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's him there, but he was in a show called Most Haunted. And so he would go in and give him a history of, the place and indicate whatever. Oh, I feel really bad now calling him names. Well, I didn't call him names. Sorry, Derek. It's just you did mostly. Well, you faked things, mate. You shouldn't have done that. People that do that sort of thing. Sorry, what?
When did he pass away?
2020. I didn't even realise. I thought he was still kicking. But there you go. Kiva says, an old person death. He's 67. That's not ancient. Well, look, I would welcome any spirit haunting me, because sometimes of a night time I do get a bit bored and my kids don't want to listen to me talk. I would happily talk. I would happily have a go. So that's probably why I don't get haunted. Probably go second think it and think, no, I don't want to haunt her. She won't shut up.
Eternity of this? No.
Well, I thought it was a rude question because it sounded like you were asking if I wanted to sit on the pumpkin and if the.
Either I'm.
I lost everyone for a minute. Do I have any regrets? Many. Many. I'm back now, Catherine. It fell out for a minute. Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? It fell out for a minute. Holly says you don't get haunted because they come out at night and you're dead to the world by 8:30 p.m. I am.
Really? You go to bed that early?
I go to bed. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm up. I'm wide awake. I wake up at 4. I get out of bed. Oh, what happened then? Did I do that? Oh, we must have quite some lag. I get out of bed at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm up. I'm about, and I'm busy. Then it gets to about 8 o'clock at night, and I'm starting to get a bit tired. I wonder why. And sometimes I can stay a bit longer, but. Oh, Horace says, when you're old enough to remember how to live, you've lived king. You've lived long enough. You've lived, I'm assuming, long enough to grow old. Do you know what? It's true, when you get to a certain age, something just sort of clicks in. Well, with most people, some not, but something kind of clicks into place that you realise you wasted your youth, your energy, like all the stuff you can do, you wasted it all on bad advice. and
Well, that's
some
just part
people,
of living, though. I mean,
but that is, yeah.
you can't
I mean,
you can't dwell on those things because you'll just eat yourself alive, because you could do that at 16, where you make that realization, oh, if only I'd known not to do those
if only
things.
I knew. Yeah, but something does kick in, and something just triggers you, and you go, you know what? No, I couldn't get to do all those things when I was younger because I had children, because, I didn't have the money or whatever. And I don't have the money now. I'm just scrimping and scraping and making sure that I don't spend it on stuff. Like, I save what I can to get where I'm going. And you just like live, you never know. It was my son's death that made me think this. You just don't know what tomorrow brings. We think we've got the world ahead of us, and then something like what happened to Stephen happens, and we don't. There is no tomorrow. So live for today, but within reason, I guess, because we've all got to bloody work and we've all got to pay our bills, so we can only do so much living. But you just never know when your last breath's going to be. I mean, I could walk out of here to go up to the shops, and this could be the last thing you ever hear me say. I hope not, because I've got lots to say. Bill Carton says they're back from the loo. Everything went fine.
But it all worked out.
All right. Who's Tim Henman? I have to keep Googling this, people. Milk Carton just says that they've recently bought Tim Henman themed toilet paper. I think that's a joke. But I'll find out. Henman, British former, a soccer player, a football player. Oh, I've been watching, and I must watch the rest.
You said soccer.
Yeah, soccer. I've been watching the Tanya says I'm a quiet little mouse. The Beckham documentary, the Beckhams. Oh. I had no idea. To me, the Beckhams are just rich numbnuts. Like, that's how I felt. But then I watched the episode. I was watching it at my son's, and I'm like, oh my God. There's actually some substance to Beckham, working class background. His wife said she had a working class background as well, but then he made a joke about the fact that she used to get taken to school in a Mercedes Benz, and put an end to her working background. But yeah, that Beckham fellows are very lovely so far that I've seen. Yeah. So the Beckhams. I don't know how. Football. That's how I got onto that. He's a tennis player. Is he not football? Oh, well, I just looked at the things and it looked like I didn't have a proper look. Sorry, Horace. Sorry. Yeah, Maisie's just. Oh, he's Scottish. Oh, well, he can't be wrong then, can he? I do like a good Scot. Oh, does he wear a kilt when he plays tennis? He should. That could be his thing. David Beckham ate a donut once.
Really random stuff tonight.
It is, isn't it? I don't know how this got so random, but there you go. I'm happy. I mean, Horace and Charlie Roo and Milk Carton have made me laugh. Not that nobody else does, but it's just such random questions. And it's 4 a.m. It must be getting close to 4:30 a.m. I hope you subscribe to my channel, you three, because I need it. I need some subscribers. But plus, you're funny. You can come into the lives again. He's an English tennis player, they say, Maisie. All right, so he's an English tennis player. Andy Murray is Scottish. Please stop putting out incorrect tennis info. Oh, my God. Isn't Andy Murray that serial killer from Wolverhampton? I don't know what happened. I'm gonna have to look up some of what they're making me laugh, which is important, isn't it, Enzo?
It is.
Holly says David Beckham earned my respect by queuing for many hours to farewell the Queen, like all the common folk. Yes, Holly, I saw that. When our Queen Elizabeth passed away, you could line up around the street. Basically, you could do a walk past the coffin and give your respects. I do believe that a lot of more privileged rich folk cut the queue, but David didn't. David stood in line with everybody else and waited hours until his turn come to walk past the Queen and pay his respects. So, yeah, I think he is actually a nice fella from what I could see. But there you go. Charlie Roo, do you like the Spice Girls? As his wife is a posh. I used to like the Spice Girls because they're from my era of music. So, yeah, I like the Spice Girls, as in their music and stuff. They were good for a laugh. I'm just reading some of the... Maisie Rose, Horace, sorry, my apologies, was thinking of Andy, who is a spoiled brat and should be on toilet rolls. Horace says, Andy Murray is not a spoiled brat. Uh-oh, we're getting into it. We're getting into an argument, Enzo. Andy Murray kicked my sister's hamster at school. Oh, dear. This is funny. Catherine says she loves the Spice Girls. Oh, I like the Spice Girls. And who was it who sang It's Raining Men? Oh, no, that was someone else. No, yeah. Ginger Spice. She did a cover, didn't she, on It's Raining Men? Oh. Yeah. Kibba says, my son was in love with Scary and Baby Spice, but he was 4 at the time.
4?
I was in love with Paul McCartney, and I was 1 at the time. I was still in love with Paul McCartney. I like the Beatles. For you young ones, the Beatles was a group in the 60s. Oh, dear. Yeah, the Weather Girls. Thank you, Maisie Rose. They were the ones that sang it originally. Maisie says that Horace, I have worked with him, and his brother is a lovely guy. Yeah, Maisie has worked with a lot of people, Enzo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she has a lot of famous bands. She's even worked with Keanu Reeves. Or is it just met Keanu? I can't remember. Hugh Jackman is single now. No, he's too young for me.
Too young?
Well, actually, no, I'm his wife's age, so technically speaking.
I was about to say, as I recall, his former wife was quite older than him. So
yeah, she's, I think, 12 or 15 years, well, maybe 14. So, yeah. But my advice to the young Hugh Jackman at the moment would be 2 things. 1, take a break. A good 2 years should be enough, sufficient time, possibly, maybe. And don't go for a young Hollywood starlet. Stay way away from that. Find a nice girl who works in a supermarket, or an older woman who might end up working in a supermarket. Just someone who's not in show business. There you go, Hugh. I know you're watching. I know you'll take my advice. But, yeah. No, Hugh Jackman didn't go out with a 12-year-old. His wife was 12 years older than him. Oh, dear. Where are we? Oh, yeah. Holly says her 3-year-old has just discovered the Spice Girls. Randomly yells out girl power at inappropriate moments, like when she's struggling to wipe her own bum. I can just imagine it. Yes, you know what, Grumpy Bear, I did see Paul McCartney was doing a show here in Brisbane, but I saw it too late, or I would have gone to see it. But I think it's in November, and I won't be here. How dare he decide to come the month I'm in America? How dare he? Cougar action, says Kibba. I wonder where that came from. Why cougar? Why a cougar? You know, because that's what you say. If you're an older woman who chases younger men, maybe because cougars can chase.
I don't know why it settled on that.
I don't know either. I don't know. Oh, lordy lord. Apparently, John Lennon was eating a lemon when he wrote Help. John Lemon. John Len, L-E-N. John Lennon. But that's cute. I like that. Charlie Roo, how do I know Enzo? Well, one night I was on a live with someone who her channel is Arden Paranormal. I was on with Samantha, and Enzo was in the chat, and she said, "Oh, come on up, Enzo." And Enzo came up onto the chat on the like this thing, and I just thought, who is this delight? He is funny. He was making me laugh.
Who is this weirdo? He seems like he needs a good home. See, that's the thing is Karen is infamous for taking in strays, and that's me.
I would love to visit Enzo in America, but I'll pay for him. He can come and visit me because I don't think I can escape Virginia City. I've offered actually only one other person has had the offer. I gave the offer to them that if they wanted to come to visit, I would pay the airfare and for their hotel room because I thought they could come on an investigation with me. They've not yet declined, but they've also not yet said yes. And if that happens, that will be a big thing. But we'll see. But yeah, like, I mean, I've saved up my money to go there. I could spend it on clothing at my favorite clothing shop in Virginia City. I could spend it on food. I know I'll have to spend some on investigations because that'll cost money. But I might, because I think airfare in America is relatively not too bad. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't think it costs too much. So it's a thought I have in mind if I've got enough money. Let me see. Holly just Googled cougar to find out where that came from. Let's see. Just Googled cougar. Apparently it started as a Canadian slang for an older woman in bars trying to prey on drunk younger men. So yeah, the prey thing. Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes it's the other way around, Holly. Sometimes it's the other way around, and you think, what is wrong with you? I'm old enough to be your mother. And what's Tanya say? The word cougar as a slang term is debated, but it's thought to have originated in Western Canada and first appeared in print on the Canadian dating website cougardate.com. Cougar Date. It's possibly as early as 1999.
Hang on, I need to sign up for that. CougarDate.com. System is busy. What? Oh.
What happened? Oh, I just realized what you were doing. I'm quick. Milk Carton says large you know, those yummy cakes with the cream in the middle scare me. Man on right has many physical reactions and facial movements. You sound like a robot. Man on right. Or maybe he's like Thingo.
I am from Earth. Yes, I do express myself.
Yeah. For what? Yeah, it's weird. Well, Kibba, is it because if an older woman goes out with a younger man, and I can speak from experience because mostly whenever I go out, the only person I ever dated that was my own age was my first husband, the father of my boys. You get other women, not men. You get other women put you down for it, like, like. It's not nice. Whenever I've gone out with a younger man, I've always copped some pretty nasty comments. Whereas when an older man goes out with a younger woman, bravo. Do you know what I mean? It's really weird. sometimes you can say things about, oh, that's disgusting or whatever, but I got that. That's disgusting. She's 15 years older than him. She's old enough to be his mother. If I were 15 when I got pregnant, yeah. But yeah, no, it's a funny thing there. Cher is awesome. Cher, I saw Cher the other day. She was live at and she was live. She sang live at I think it was not the Grammys. What's the other one? It might have been the Grammys, but she was live on something. Sung a few of the things. Look, I know she gets plastic surgery on her face, whatever. I don't care. But
that was a long time ago, too.
I mean, I really don't care, but she's 77, and I swear to God, up close, who knows, but certainly on television and when I see her in interviews, she's friggin' fantastic. She's super fit, and she's currently she's going out with someone, I think, someone in chat can probably tell me, but I think the guy she's going out with is about 37 or something. Like, hello, it's Cher.
Wow.
Like, good on her, I reckon. Milk Carton is channeling Beardo now. Oh, why? What's Milk Carton said? Can you both sing? Oh, it's all right. There's another YouTuber that does debunking called Beardo, and he uses I'm on StreamYard, and I still haven't figured out how to use those. Is it OBS? But Beardo's yeah, I think you've got it. I can't figure it out for the life of me to be able to still do what I do, so I just stick to StreamYard. One day I'll get tech savvy. But Beardo, someone said it was his birthday, so now people go on his thing and go, happy birthday, but he bans them. So he uses a thing and he bans them on his channel. I don't know how long he bans them, 4 or 5 minutes or something. But I can just see someone in the chat says it's their birthday and someone said they were channeling Beardo. Oh, where's Crossover Paranormal Society? Hello. Can I ask you, Crossover Paranormal Society, where did you get your little doll? I'm pretty sure it's you I'm thinking of. He goes out and does investigations, and he's got Gizmo, Gizmo, the little gremlin, what do you call him, gremlin, and he lights up like a EMF thing, and or is he sound? I'm just trying to think. Does he light up, or is he just noise activate, like sensors of something near? I don't know, but it's awesome. I want one just because I want one, not to try and find a ghostie with it. I just want one. I love Gizmo. Yeah, I know. It's just a joke, Kevin. Thanks. Yeah, I know. So he just does that. He just bans them, but they're still there or whatever. It's funny. I like Beardo. His wife has made me a mini Beardo doll. She's crocheted one for me. They've posted it. It hasn't come yet. I'm going to get excited because then it'll go up the back with my shape mask. You can't see him because I've got them turned off, but I've got shape and I've got crow's mask. I've got my own I made it side-eye guy replica, and I'll put my little Beardo doll up there as well. Enzo, oh, stop it, Horace. It's all right. I want to see it. What do you want? What do you want to say? I don't want to see anything Catherine wants to show. She's rude. She knows I like her. Milk Carton. Oh, that's where you've just told. Oh, so where is that? That's in Thailand. It does look pretty, doesn't it? But I'm too scared to travel to those countries. I'm worried, I don't know. I'm just worried. I've watched Bridget Jones's Diary, and she goes to Thailand and gets put in jail. And, it's just all too scary. Read that, Enzo. You read that one out. This is her idea of a joke. Oh, you're muted, Enzo. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Man who walks sideways through airport automatic doors is going to Bangkok.
I like that.
True. That's actually true.
Oh, dear. Oh. Well, guys, let's see. What's the time? How long have I been? Yeah. Oh, my Lord. I always
2
say 2
hours,
hours.
20 minutes.
2 hours and 20 minutes. Horace and Milk Carton and oh God, I've gone blank. Wait on, don't go cook at me. I've just gone blank. Boo boo. Boo boo. Where is Boo Boo? Boo's gone. Milk Carton. Horace. Where's our Boo Boo's disappeared. Where is she? He. Actually, are you he's or she's or both? Or whatever it is nowadays. Let's see. Horace says a very rude and inappropriate joke. I don't like milk. Oh, Daniel, you're back, Bay Area Ghost. I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh, that's right. I was just going to say that I'm going to wind up the chat because, number one, Enzo is going to run over and say hello to Sunny in Paranormal Chop Shop. Sunny's live at the moment. Sunny had a rock thrown at him by a Bigfoot, and I believe Sunny. I find that fascinating.
I'm actually peeking in on the show right now. It's been going on for a little while, a little over an hour now. They have Anthony from Unidentified S4, who's a UFO investigator, also has done some recent Bigfoot research in the Long Island area. They also have a very special guest, Jim Goodall, on the panel.
Is Jim there?
He's there right now, and I put a link down in the chat. And Jim is the person that's literally written the book. He's actually written a couple of books about the SR-71 Blackbird, the classic spy plane from 56. And
I wonder if Jim would flirt with me.
Jim would definitely flirt with you. Jim is of that age where he will flirt with any woman he sees.
That's
he's
right.
Just one of those characters, that he's born of that age range where it doesn't matter that he's married. It's simple flirting, and that's all that it is. There's no harm meant in any of it, but he will flirt with every girl that he sees.
Oh, okay. I'm just getting an update from Horace. So Milk Carton is a gay male. Horace is male, and Charlie, which is Boo Boo, I'll call Boo Boo, is female. Gotcha. All right, I'm with you. And Milk Carton says that they've written Enzo into their will. Horace said that he saw a Bigfoot once when he took his shoe off. Oh my goodness. Well, have I missed something, Catherine? Has someone been rude to you, dear? Because I'm going backwards and forward. Don't be rude to Catherine if anyone's being rude. And Kevin is taking the dogs out, probably back before the fourth goodbye from Karen.
That's a dedicated fan of your channel. They definitely know who you are and how you operate.
Gee, I'm pretty sure Tanya's joke was just a joke and no one was having an actual go at her. Okay. Because, just remember the English have a very sarcastic sense of humour, as do most Australians. So sometimes the sense of humour can cross over. So,
yep.
But there you are. I'll defend you any day, Tanya, any day. All right, people, I'm definitely going to go and say goodbye because I do want to go over to the Paranormal Chop Shop and watch John's been to all these, like, is it Machu Picchu? How do we say that? Machu Picchu?
Oh, Machu Picchu?
Yeah, whatever it is, that one of the chews. Where all the ancient stuff and it's pretty cool.
Well, I don't know about who John is that you're talking about, but
Jim. Well, Jim is short. Jim is short for James, isn't it?
Yeah, Jim Goodall. He did go to the Antilles. No, I keep getting it wrong. oh, where did he go? He was
Well, he went somewhere where there was ancient stuff.
yes,
And
it was,
next
and I'm
door,
drawing a blank. It begins with an A, and I'm drawing a blank on the name, but it's where
the
they found
Amazon.
like the really not the Amazon,
Oh.
an Amazon distribution center. Yes, he's working there. He's filling boxes right now.
No, I meant that actual Amazon.
I don't know, but it's anyways, he was there. It was the place where they found like the really nice crystal skull, the one that like really is good, where they literally found it just like laying under a rock. They like moved one rock and there it was, kind of a thing. That was many years ago, but he was on a recent thing where they kind of did a little archaeological expedition. He was part of that, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, Jim is well-rounded. He's certainly done a lot of traveling. He doesn't know. He's got a lot of personal insights on UFO technology and current technology as far as the military goes and things like that.
Well, judging by his blue screen, he's got a really big swimming pool.
Yeah, he's. I want to say he lives down in Phoenix.
Horace says they found a Nokia calculator buried in Egypt.
Yes. Actually, there is a famous picture it does look like an old Nokia phone, but it has like hieroglyphs on the buttons.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Everyone's saying goodbye, so I'm going to do a proper goodbye. And if you want to,
one last thing.
What?
I have to be the astronomy nerd. For anyone that's doing any sky watching this weekend, we're in the middle or the apex of the Orionids meteor shower. So you're likely to see 10 to 20 meteors whizzing through the sky late at night this weekend. We're kind of at the peak of that. It's not like one of the biggest ones of the years, but it's substantial. It's pretty middle ground as far as that goes. So if you're out sky watching this weekend and you see something strange streak across the sky, it's probably a meteorite. So
will I get to see him here? Probably not.
It's the whole planet. Yep.
Oh, all right. I'll go out tonight.
Because as the Earth orbits around the sun, it goes through these clouds of debris that come from comets as they circle. As a matter of fact, the Orionids is the remnants of Halley's Comet, which circles every 75 or so years. And
I've seen Halley's Comet.
Yep, last around 1986 was when it last passed by, and it leaves that cloud of debris behind it. That's how you're seeing those comets. This thing, gases and dust melt off.
Do you see, Enzo? If you had have told me this, I could have made a little segment, another extra segment of Enzo's astronomical adventures with pictures of the comet. But there you go. You didn't tell me nothing. All right. Hey, Crow, I see you. I love you, Crow. So to everybody that's in and came to listen to myself and Enzo, thank you. And Enzo held off on the good stuff till last, so I want to see if I can spot any.
I didn't think it was that great, but that's why I said it.
Well, I liked it. Horace says the Earth is flat. So let me just see. And Crow, I don't know if you can contact Maisie, but she was confused about the Zoom today, which I explained was on Patreon for members of Patreon. And if I was wrong with that, you can tell her. Stephanie, hello. And if I've missed anybody, because let's have a look. I think I'm all right. I think I'm up to everyone and said hello and everything. But it was a joy. Thank you, you three young whippersnappers from Northern England, Newcastle. It was.
Cheers.
It was a strange delight, but it was a nice one. So to everybody in the chat, thank you so much. I'll be back here, same time, same back channel next week with Enzo, unless something goes completely wrong. Please, if you're interested in continuing to see Enzo's beautiful face, head on over to the Chop Shop because that's where he's going to go now. It looks interesting. So that's where I'm going to head and have a bit of a gander. And that's that. Oh, and I'll be putting up my episode within the next couple of days, my 5 haunting questions interview with the side-eye guy. So I'm nearly done editing that. So that'll be out. Lots of bobbleheads and animations to go along with it. So yeah. So good night from myself and good night from me, Enzo. Say
I thought you were
goodnight,
going to say
Enzo.
my. Good night, Enzo.
Gracie Ellen. So we'll be back next week, and I'll make sure that Enzo does not keep his astronomical adventure type information until we're ready.
I tried to shoo it into the conversation as soon as I could. It took me 2.5 hours.
What? Maisie, in case you didn't see Crow's message, he is asking you to message him, please. So Maisie, message Crow. Oh, she saw it. That's good. And okay, that's it, guys. I'm going. So be good. Have a lovely weekend. It's Friday night where you are, I believe. It's Saturday afternoon where I am. So I love you all and you make me laugh, and I hope we make you laugh too. So do have a good weekend, and I'll see you all again next week. Mwah! Bye. See you later.